Dear audience, hello and welcome back to this new tutorial. Today we are going to discuss the topic of sprint reviews in managing construction projects. We'll see how to effectively use these sprint reviews in managing construction projects. So as an introduction, we have to remind you that the sprint reviews are typically associated with the Agile methodologies like Scrum, and they can be adapted and applied effectively in managing construction projects. Okay. The Scrum team and the stakeholders collaborate during the sprint review and discuss what was done in the last sprint and what more changes are required in the project. So, in a sense, what we do during the sprint reviews is that we discuss what was performed, what progress we have reached in the last sprint or the previous sprint, and what challenges are required in the project. And based on this review, all the participants collaborate and decide on the things that could be done to get an optimized value. So we want to improve more, to have reached some sort of optimization. So by the collaboration of all of the concerned parties, we can reach to a common goal of optimizing the values that we are all concerned. Here we are going to negotiate and discuss how to integrate the sprint reviews into the construction project management processes. So as a beginning, we have to define iterative processes. So actually these iterative processes that might be related to construction projects, I'll discuss in a separate tutorial, but at least you have to know that we have to define some iterative phases. We have to decompose the construction project or our project or break it down into some smaller manageable iterative phases or sprints. Okay, so we have to define these phases or sprints. Each sprint should have a defined scope of work and a specific time frame. So we have to define these iterative sprints or iterative phases, and these sprints should have some defined scope. I have to define the scope for each sprint and the time frame for each sprint also. And we have to have regular review meetings. Okay, so we have to conduct sprint review meetings at the end of each iteration. So by the end of each iteration, we have to have what we call a sprint review meeting. These meetings can be used to showcase or discuss the completed work and discuss the challenges and gather feedback from stakeholders and all the related parties. What's the frequency, or how to define the frequency of these meetings? This actually depends on the project complexity or project type, but usually the frequency would be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. It depends. So you have to define something like this. Then demonstrate completed work. So we have to demonstrate what we have achieved and use the sprint review as an opportunity to showcase the completed construction activities. This could include presenting finished structures, installations, or other tangible outcomes. Whatever we have performed, we have to discuss and demonstrate. Okay. And then we have also to involve the key stakeholders. We all know that the involvement of stakeholders is very important. The feedback we get from stakeholders is very important for us to progress in our project and to reach to the point that we feel that our project is really successful, because in the end, who's judging the success is the stakeholders, especially the key stakeholders. So we have to invite key stakeholders, including project owners, architects, engineers, and any other relevant parties to participate in sprint reviews. This would ensure that all perspectives are considered. So involvement of key stakeholders. This is very essential and very important. Feedback and collaboration, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, feedback is very important, always in all types of project management and on all types of projects. Feedback and collaboration is very important. So we have to encourage stakeholders to provide their feedback on completed work. This can foster collaboration and help align project outcomes with stakeholder expectations, so as that will avoid any problems towards the end of the project. We have to thrive as much as we can to get progressive and continuous feedback from stakeholders, and try to fulfill all the requirements of the related stakeholders. This actually is difficult, but when we define the key stakeholders and define and prioritize the requirements, then we'll be able to manage and handle these requirements in a proper manner. Adapt to changes, and this is very important, flexibility and adaptability. So we have to use the feedback received during sprint reviews to make any necessary adjustments to ongoing structure activities. And this adaptive approach allows for quick response to changes, so very quick and adaptive response to changing requirements or unforeseen challenges. So flexibility is very important. This is Agile, actually. This is what Agile is all about. Quality assurance, when it comes to operation, we have to make sure that we have somehow some way of guaranteeing the quality assurance. So we have to highlight the quality of completed work during the sprint reviews, discuss any quality assurance measures implemented, and address any concerns raised by stakeholders. So we might be having audits, whether internal audits, external audits. Also, we might have pre-planned audits. We might have random audits. Okay, but we have to have some sort of auditing programs and methodologies to make sure that all processes are going well as planned. This is quality assurance. Risk management. Managing risks is very important and very essential part, and we have to use the sprint reviews to discuss risk encountered during the construction processes. This includes identifying potential risks. We have to identify the expected or the potential risks, unseen risk, all the unseens, okay, seen, unseen, or unseen, unseen, and then assessing their impact, and also the likelihood or probability, and then getting what we call a risk score, and I assign some series of tutorials for risk assessment and risk response. But anyway, we have to assess the risk impact and this risk probability or likelihood, and then how to implement the proper strategies for managing these risks or addressing these risks, so as how to mitigate the risk impact. And then documentation. Of course, documentation is very important for lessons learned and all of the organizational process assets. So we have to document the outcomes of each sprint review, including decisions made, action items, and feedback received. This documentation serves as a historical record and helps in continuous improvement. Without documentation, then we don't have lessons learned. We cannot have continuous improvement. Documentation is very, very important. And you see here, as long as we have all what we mentioned before and we have proper documentation, then we can go for continuous improvement. So we have to dedicate a portion of sprint reviews to discuss lessons learned and areas for improvement. This can contribute to refining processes for future sprints. So we have to care much about this topic of continuous improvement, especially when we plan for the future sprints. Schedule adherence. We have to make sure that every thing and all the project activities are going as per the schedule. So we have to discuss the project's adherence to schedules and timeline during sprint reviews. If there are deviations I mean deviations from the schedules, any delays. So we have to address them promptly and communicate any adjustment to stakeholders. Okay. Any change in the schedule baseline, okay, or the total project schedule, or the project schedule of the different activities, and the anticipated or expected delay, if any, and how to respond to this delay so as to improve, and then make sure that the project is completed within the planned schedule. Celebrate achievements. This is very important. We have to actually motivate the project team. So we have to acknowledge and celebrate project milestones or achievements during sprint reviews. This fosters a positive environment and motivates the project team. And you know, the project team and the human resources are very important. They are the main reason for success of the project. So we have to motivate our team to make sure that we get the highest rate of performance. So in conclusion, we can say that by incorporating sprint reviews into construction project management, you can enhance communication, increase stakeholder involvement, and create a more adaptive and responsive project environment. This approach aligns with the principles of Agile project management, even in the context of traditional construction projects. So we can combine both, actually, traditional project management techniques with the Agile approach to get the maximum out of all of the methodologies that we have. That's all for today. I hope this lecture was of help to you and was informative. If you have any comments or any suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. And for similar material, please subscribe to my channel or on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you very much for paying attention, and see you again next time in some other tutorial. Goodbye.